Hi, my name is Laura Serrano, and in this presentation, I'm gonna explain you some aspect of a proposal of evaluation for the step number 5 in the course testing and evaluation in ELT. Welcome. Proposal of evaluation. The community that I select is a course in 7th grade in a private school located in the town of a municipality in Palmira. The group is 26 students, 55% are girls and 45% are boys. No one of them has physical or mental disabilities. The age of the students ranges from 12 to 13 years old, and the contests are characteristics of the students is that they have A2 level and they belong to the socioeconomic strata 3. In most of cases, both parents work and the students have access to internet and they receive a total of 6 hours of English per week. The school has an English lab and disposes all the technological resources for its mediation. The curriculum of the school is aligned with the suggested curriculum structure provided by the national government into the program called Colombia Bilingüe, and the school uses the text-based methodology for teaching the English language. Methods and approaches. The first consideration for designing this evaluation proposal is that could measure the achievement of the learning goals of listening and speaking skills, because this community of learners is under an approach that is a communicative approach that works for developing the critical thinking through the social interchange. So this community text-based approach is taken by audiolingual, cognitive, code learning, and community of English learners methods. The first step is the identification of the curriculum, the context and its application with transversality, flexibility, adaptability, and sociocultural factors, the methods and the methodologies and the learning strategies. The assessment process starts with a diagnostical stage with a placement test for then starting the planification of the learning goals achievement with a criteria like the basic standards for teaching English in Colombia that delimitate the descriptor, the skills, and the learning purposes under the understanding for developing communicative competences. The A2 learners, according to the standards in Colombia, must, in speaking and writing, be able to express by simple structures about themselves or their context. In listening and reading, the identification of familiar information with visual aids. And its performance, the students must be able to give and follow instructions or recommendations about topics related to their context. And the cognitive development, it's about to constructing learning in a text-based methodology. In this stage, it's important to establish that for this methodology, for the method that is applied in the schools, the rubrics, it's a critical point. The assessment paths must consider the follow-up and monitoring of learning through processes where the teacher evaluates the student's performance with the use of rubrics that describe what is expected from the students in the learning process. The rubric criteria must be clear and it must be presented from the beginning of each task or project, once that has been adapted, obviously, to the student's context for maintaining motivation and engagement. How to evaluate youth through technology? It's important to say that technology must be involved in all the educative process, as the schools have the tools for developing this type of learning. So not just the assessment must be involved in the process. The assessment of the communicative skills, as an example, must involve exercises with a consistent structure provided by the teacher, and in most of the cases adapted to the students' needs and likes, and taking advantage of the school equipment and the student tools like the internet access, as I told you before. The technology must be um, involved in the practice with games, with comprehension exercises, with audiovisual interaction, with videos, audios, and online tests that result to be a creative way for presenting a text to the students because they feel comfortable with the use of technology and they don't feel anxiety for developing this type of exercises because they are in their comfort environment. The production of presentations are important for evaluate Joe through technology because the students could create portfolios, video recording, blogs. Is an excellent way for maintaining good communication between teachers and learners, or between partners, and even to involve interactions with another type of learners. Um, it's important to say that technology also provides tools for the real use of language because the teacher could use resources for differentiation and problem solving. The teacher could use videos related to youth problems or society issues. So the students could experience the, um, the real use of language and its application. The activities. This is a brief summary of what types of activities could be developed in this proposal of evaluation. The first is that the teacher must set a clear rubric that must be presented from the beginning of each task of project was ones that had been adapted to the student's context, obviously. Role plays and listening activities must be selected with relevant topics to the students. It's important to know the students' likes. The assessment must be directed to activities about personal care or social relationships, and the transversal features as critical thinker must be measured through the construction of arguments, in activities as debates, presentations, or maybe blogs for sharing experiences. The assessment of listening skill must contemplate the language comprehension and the acquisition of grammar structures and vocabulary. And the speaking skill assessment must contemplate factors as pronunciation, tone, stress, and rhythm of speech according to the descriptor of the learner at the stage, at the level that they have, that is A2. The skill assessment must be integrated with other aspects of the language as a strategy that assures the acquisition of knowledge and the strengthness of the communicative competence. These are the references that I use for the develop of this proposal of evaluation. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching. Bye.